So I don't typically do these kind of videos. I'm just not like a TikTok, Instagram person. I prefer to watch than to make videos. But there's a topic very close to home, and that is about my friend Ashlee Jenae. There's a lot of talk about her around on the internet, and as someone who's known her since about 2022, everything that everybody's saying couldn't be further from the truth of who she was as a person. And it's bad enough finding out and having this be the way that I found out about Ashlee and everything that she's been through, but it's almost traumatizing to see how people talk about her in the midst of this devastating loss. I'm just going off script, but the goal of me making this video is for me to kind of explain to you who she was, because all the videos where people are assuming what happened to her, or assuming it was her partner, or assuming things that they don't know. You guys aren't even spelling her name right in half of these videos. You guys aren't even pronouncing her partner's last name right in half of these videos. And you guys create videos with so many opinions where you're 10 toes down on what you're saying. And it's hurtful to the family who knew her. It's hurtful to the friends that knew her. It's hurtful to her family. It's hurtful to anybody who's trying to get a genuine update that loves and cares about her, because she was a phenomenal person. She was a fucking phenomenal person. Excuse my language. I don't know if I could post it like that, but she was a phenomenal person. She was funny. She was a girl's girl. She would make sure you got home if we went out drinking. She was about black women. She was about her black people. So all this stuff about her being with a white man, okay, that's who she chose to be with. You guys are pulling up messages from back in 2011, 2013, when she was still a child. She's worked hard for where she is. Just because you can't relate to her doesn't mean you should dehumanize her, right? We are already talking about dehumanizing people across the fucking world in genocides, but we dehumanize this person because they don't live a lifestyle. Hold on. Because they don't live a lifestyle that you agree with, or they both loved each other. I don't know what happened. I don't know what went wrong, but let's allow the police to do their job. Hi. Let's allow the police to do their job instead of jumping to conclusions. Let's think about this for a second. Let's play this hypothetical theory of a game, right? I'm going to turn back around because this is a busy road over here. Let's play this game. The same way that the entire internet is showing hate, envy, hi, hello, hate, envy, jealousy at this beautiful, successful black woman and her age gap successful partner. Because mind you, Ashlee was also doing her own thing. She had her own life outside of Joe. They added to each other's lives. Consider that. We don't know what happened. I'm not saying that he didn't do it. I'm just saying allow the cards to play out, because if he didn't do it, then not only are you guys dehumanizing Ashlee, whose life was taken away from her potentially, but then also the man who, I'm sure if he had no hand in this, he's grieving terribly, and he's gonna come to the conclusion, look how much his life is ruined when it was supposed to be the best experience of his life. What I'm saying is, we don't know. Let's not jump to conclusions, okay? Now consider this. All this envy and hate in the world, what if somebody's seen this beautiful chocolate woman being proposed to by her older, very wealthy partner? You've seen that picture of her feeding the giraffe with those evil eyes watching her, the same way that I see the evil eyes on the internet condemning her when she's a victim, potentially. I knew Ashlee. I didn't know her to do something like this. So I might be leaning more into something happened to her, but this is all speculation. This is just from the person that I knew her to be. This isn't like her. She's not one to put up with someone mistreating her. So I don't know. I just know that you guys know less than I do, and I've known her for years. I know of Joe, I knew personally, I knew Ashlee, and all I'm saying is that a lot of questions are up in the air. Don't blame anybody, because for all we know, it was hotel staff that separated them. What about that? Jealous eyes, they separate this beautiful chocolate woman who's about to live her dream life and her fiance, and then she goes up dead. Who's to say that it was Ashlee? Who's to say that it was Joe? What if it was the hotel staff? We don't know. Stop blaming people when you don't know what happened. Give them a chance to investigate. And remember, innocent until proven guilty. Stop shaming people. And Ashlee was a great fucking person. Stop trashing her. You don't know her. You never knew her. Stop being so depraved. The only thing that's stronger than hate is love.
See a lot of people asking why they decided to give them separate rooms in the Ashlee Jenae case, and I'm not seeing a lot of people specifically who work in hotels explain why. And as somebody who's been working in hospitality, a front desk manager at a luxury hotel in New York City, I'm going to explain why. I will also preface this with saying that I've been working in hospitality for more than 10 years. I'm only 29 years old. From restaurants to hotels, I've worked at Nobu. I've helped accommodate resident hotel reservations for people like Paris Jackson, Ethan Hawke, Miguel. I've helped accommodate last minute seamstress appointments for Paris Jackson for the Tribeca Film Festival. I've dealt with crazy nights. I've dealt with the hotel getting robbed. I've experienced a lot. Now, each situation is always going to be assessed differently. But a standard at most hotels is to, if something does happen or something occurs, it is to separate the guests. If it's not a situation where someone is a harm to themselves or others, then, and they're not like physically violent, then they will just separate the people. Someone else asked me, well, how do they just have a room available all of a suddenly when this happened? Like, she found it strange that, you know, an altercation happened and you just so happen to have another villa open. And this is also why it's important for people who work in hospitality, who are professionals, to speak up, because average people don't know. On average, most hotels will always have an inventory and will always just keep at least 3 to 5 rooms that are unavailable. That includes resorts. And this idea isn't for altercation specifically. It's mostly for HVAC issues. HVAC issues meaning like the air in your room isn't working, the water in your room isn't working. Even simple things like people just wanting to change rooms. It happens all the time. I'm telling you, people come and just say like, I've seen the room, I don't want it. And when you're in a luxury establishment, you're in a high-end establishment, that happens a lot. There's a certain level of entitlement and also like an experience that people are expecting. They're more lenient and more willing to understand and say, let me figure out if we have another room available or something better. Another big thing that I said that people should be pushing and the family should be notified of guest key cards. With the technology today, most hotels, damn near all of them, are using digital key cards. When I looked at their website, it looks like they're using Stay in Touch. That's a POS system that some hotels use. They're probably using a system called Guest Key Access. Guest Key Access gives you live footage to the T right now. If they wanted to log in and see who's moving in and out of their room live, they can see that. They can see when did they move him to the villa. When did they make that reservation? When did that person make the key? When did he use that key to first enter his room? When did he exit his room? And did somebody enter her room minutes later? Going straight to that will give them a better timeline and a more accurate timeline. They can't hide that. But like I said in the other video, people should be going to these places if they are feeling uncomfortable, or even just to make sure that there is some type of safety procedures. As soon as you check in, you should be asking the front desk, hey, what are your safety procedures? If you're feeling uncomfortable, letting them know, can someone keep an eye on me during my stay? I know that some people were like, oh, it's strange that the front desk person went to her room and like she asked for a charger. Like, that's exactly what she should be doing. You should be utilizing the people. The last thing, I hear a lot of people saying that they feel like the hotel has something to do with it. Do I feel like it? No. With them specifically, especially Ashlee Jenae, she's an asset to them. She can post one video of being at the resort like she did, and that's thousands of dollars and people that are going to go simply off her video of one. Again, it's not saying it doesn't happen, but most times when U.S. citizens travel, we're assets to these people in these other countries because of our money and because of the fact that with social media now. Not to say that anything can't happen to you, but again, she was an asset to them, and they're not going to risk. Now look what all this attention brings to their company.
Breaking news, ladies and gentlemen. We are now surviving Ashlee Jenae's best friend, pure survival, her alleged best friend. This girl is out here defending this bald head, possibly serial killer, pure survival. She talking about, you don't know her, okay? They loved each other. You didn't know him either, okay? He loved her and she loved him. She's been my friend since 2022, okay? Everything you're saying about her is so false. You don't know her. 2022, young lady, you don't know her either, pure survival. You know what I'm talking about? And how can you say he loved her? There's people that been with people for 20 years and killed them, and they had loved them, allegedly, pure survival. So how the hell you know when she was only with this dude for a year? You know what I'm talking about? And how do her family feel when they believe that he's guilty? Her family. He not speaking to them. He not giving up no information. He didn't put no money up to fly her body home. None of this stuff yet, allegedly. You know what I'm saying? So you can't get mad at people because people are keeping her name alive, keeping her, you know what I mean? People talking about this stuff. But you don't know if he loved her or not. You know what I mean? That's how I know you didn't see Forensic Files, Fatal Attraction, the ID channel. Go somewhere and sit down, Brown Becky. Pure survival.